Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Very good, students. Okay. In this accountancy, we have learned the total debtors account, how to prepare total debtors account and calculate either the credit sales or the closing balance. Okay. But in the problems, we have calculated the credit sales, isn't it? And in the next problem, they have given the cash sales and they have asked us to calculate the total sales. Okay, I told you that total debtors account and the related account is bills receivable account. Now we will see this how it will appear, the bills receivable account. Total debtors account also has debit balance. This also has debit balance. Okay, so opening balance we have to write to balance brought down. Okay, first one. Okay, opening balance. If opening balance debit, closing balance will be credit. Okay, by balance carried down. Either they will ask this amount or the other amount. Okay, here we will get the bills receivable received. Okay, now if we receive cash for the bills receivable, what will be the entry? Cash account debtor to bills receivable. So in the bills receivable account by cash we have to write. If we get a check, we deposit in the bank, that one either cash or bank. Okay. Here if we receive cash, okay, or bank if we receive, then sometimes these bills may dishonor. Okay, if bills receivable honor only, here cash we receive. Okay, cash account debtor to bills receivable. Sometimes the bills receivable may dishonor. Okay, so for that entry we have to again we have to debit the sundry debtors account to bills receivable account. Okay, so we are that when we receive bills we will credit their account and we will debit this account. So if it is dishonored, then we should write the reverse entry. Again we have to make their account debit. That means they become debtors again. So sundry debtors account debtor to bills receivable. So in this account we should write by sundry debtors account. Okay, this one bills receivable dishonor. Okay, here not many items. Okay, one opening, closing, then receiving cash, dishonor. Okay, then the balance. Okay, either they will ask this one or the bills receivable we will receive again. Okay, how much we have received that we can find out. So bills receivable account debtor to sundry debtors account. When we receive bills, we will write bills receivable account debtor to sundry debtors account. Okay, if we receive that one, either this one will be the balancing figure or this will be the balancing figure. Okay, now yesterday itself I told you in the previous class, if they have asked us to prepare both bills receivable and sundry debtors, we have to prepare first bills receivable account. Okay, why you know, here you see sundry debtors, here one sundry debtors, this here one sundry debtors. These two will be entered in the sundry debtors account. Okay, so you have to remember here opening balance, closing balance. If you receive cash on bills receivable, by cash. If it is the bills receivable dishonor, by sundry debtors. Then here if the bills receivable received. Bills receivable received, bills receivable account debtor to sundry debtors. Okay, totally 5 items. Okay, now we will see one illustration. Okay, we have completed yesterday 10 and 11. Today we will see the 12th one. Okay, I will show to you. 12th. From the following particulars, prepare bills receivable account and compute the bills received from the debtors. Opening bills receivable, closing bills receivable, cash received for bills receivable, bills receivable dishonored. See the solution. Bills receivable account, we should use both the pages. Okay. Then first two balance brought down. Okay, 20,000. Next one, closing this side, last they have written. Okay, but we should not write. But if you think that you may forget, right side on the credit side, you can leave some space and you can write that one. Okay, by balance carry down 30,000. Third item, cash received for bills receivable, where credit side. Then bills receivable dishonored. Okay, here entry by debtors dishonored. Okay, so you see here also opening balance, then adjustment right side. The balancing figure to debtors, bills received during the year. Okay, that's all. Now shall we do the 12th exercise. Let me show the exercise first for you. From the following particulars, prepare bills receivable account and compute the bills received from the debtors. Bills receivable at the beginning, bills receivable at the end, then cash received for bills receivable dishonored. Okay, same thing, very easy. Okay, 4 items given. The 5th item we have to calculate. Here we should use both the pages. Okay. First I am writing the question number. Okay. 12. Bills receivable account. Okay, here one amount column. Here also one amount column. Okay, rupees. Debtor, creditor and all we have to write. Okay. First one, bills receivable at the beginning. So we should write to balance brought down. $1,40,000. Then bills receivable at the end of the year. Okay, so we can write here by balance carry down. Otherwise, if we leave, then afterwards we may forget. Okay, bills receivable at the end of the year 2 lakh. Then cash received for bills receivable. Cash received. Cash account debtor to bills receivable. So by cash 3,90,000. Okay. Then bills receivable dishonored, we know, by sundry debtors account. $30,000. Now we should, that's all, we have to close it. $6,20,000. To sundry debtors account. Sundry debtors account. You have to write bills receivable received. Bills received we can write. Okay. Bills received. Calculate. Up here balancing figure. Okay. 0, 0, 0. Then here 0. Then 4 plus 8, 12. Balance 1, 2, 2 plus 4, 6. So this is the account. Okay. Now, I told you that they itself, sometimes they will give us to prepare both the accounts, bills receivable account and sundry debtors account. In that way, we will see one illustration. You know very well that format. Okay, the sundry debtors account format I will show to you. And just for revision. Okay, first balance brought down, last balance carried down. Then here cash received from debtors. Then if we deposit that one or money in the bank, okay, bank account debtor, so we have to credit. Then if we allow any discount, then any sales return, bad debts, this bills receivable and this bills receivable only we have entered there. Okay, bills receivable dishonor, this one bills receivable honor. Okay, we received. Bills received. Sundry debtors account, the balancing figure we have calculated now, no? That bills receivable account debtor to debtors account, that one, this one. Okay. Then if that check dishonor here, okay, here debtors account debtor to bank account. Okay, everything we are written. Either this will be the balancing figure, credit sales, or this closing balance will be the balancing figure. Okay, now we will see the illustration. 13th illustration. Illustration, see, from the following particulars calculate total sales. Debtors account opening, bills receivable opening, then cash received from debtors, cash received for bills payable, bills receivable, then bills receivable dishonored, sales returns, bills receivable closing, sundry debtors closing, then another one cash sales. So they have asked us to calculate total sales. So here cash sales available, credit sales we will get from the sundry debtors account and bills receivable account also we should prepare. See, first bills receivable. So what is that? Opening balance, 2 balance brought down, bills receivable 3, bills receivable how much? 40,000, isn't it? Then bills cash received for bills receivable, okay, by cash. Then bills receivable dishonored, okay, again 10,000. Then sales return will not come. Then closing bills receivable, okay, 30,000. Then the remaining amount, balance amount is to debtors, that bills received, okay. Then total debtors account. Here that we have to write opening balance, debtors, closing balance they have given, isn't it? 1,30,000. That one also we have to write. Then debtors, the debtors that by cash account, that cash received from debtors, then sales return, then this bills receivable received in the previous account. You see here debit to debtors, that one only will appear here. Here what is on the credit side will appear on the debit side. Okay, then that's all. Then the balancing figure is credit sales. Then the last line, total sales is equal to cash sales plus credit sales. We will get the total amount, total sales. Okay, we will see this one, the 13th exercise now. Exercise. Okay, let me show the problem. Okay, 13th problem. See, from the following particulars calculate total sales. Opening debtors, bills receivable opening, then cash received from debtors, cash received for bills receivable, bad debts, bills receivable dishonored, returns inward, bills receivable closing, sundry debtor closing, cash sales. Same model. Okay, let us do. Okay, first we have to prepare. First we have to write the number, isn't it? That's our first number 13. I am writing. Now to first bills receivable account. Bills receivable. First we should write first one debtors. The second one bills receivable opening. So here I will write. To balance brought down 60,000. Okay, then cash received from debtors, it will not come. Next one, cash received for bills receivable, this will come. So by cash 1,60,000. Then bad debts will not come here. Then bills receivable dishonored. What is the entry? Debtors account, debtor to bills receivable. So by debtors account. Here dishonor. You write, okay. 15,000. Then return inward will not come. Then bills receivable closing. Okay, by balance carry down. Bills receivable closing 90,000. Now we will calculate the balance. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 5, 10, 16, balance 1, 2,65,000. Write that amount also here. So here balancing figure, here debtors. What it is? Bills received. Okay, here you can write balancing figure. Fully you have to write. Okay. Now how much? 2,05,000. Okay, 2,65,000. If you deduct 60, 2,05,000. Now we will prepare the sundry debtors, total debtors account. Total debtors account. Okay, debtors account again to balance brought down. That is the first item. Balance brought down. Okay, debtors opening 2,50,000. Okay, then bills receivable opening we have written. Cash received from debtors by cash 7,25,000. Then bad debts 30,000. Then here you see next bills receivable dishonored entry. Debtors account debtor to bills receivable. So here it will come to bills receivable. So I have told you here if it is credit, it will appear in the other account on the debit side. Okay, bills receivable 15,000. Then here returns inward. Returns inward. Next item 50,000. Then we are going to write the closing. Before that we will write this one. Okay, this data. This one we have written. Okay, here by bills receivable 2,05,000. Now closing by balance carry down. Debtors 2,40,000. Now we should balance the account. Okay. 0, 5 plus 5, 10, balance 1, 3, 6, 11, 15, balance 1, 3, 5, 5 plus 7, 12. 12,50,000. Okay, then sales, balance. Okay, credit sales, balancing figure. Calculate the amount. 0, 0, 0, 5, 5 plus 5, 0, balance 10, balance 1, 6, 7, 7 plus 8, 15, balance 1, 3, 3 plus 9, 12. So 9,85,000. This is credit sales we have calculated. What is the question now? The question is calculate the total sales. They have given, so you write. Total sales is equal to cash sales plus credit sales. How much is the cash sales given in the problem? 3,15,000 plus credit sales 9,85,000. 9,85,000 plus 15, 10 lakh plus 3, 13 lakh. Isn't it? Or you have to write there and calculate. Rupees you have to write. Okay, so rupees symbol you have to write clearly. Okay. 13 lakh. That's the answer. Again, you can write total sales. Anything like this happens, it looks like 3 lakh. So, don't cut there, you write once again. Okay, rupees 13 lakh. Okay, students. Now, today we have learned 2 problems. So, we have completed bills receivable account and sundry debtors account. In the same way, here we have completed 4 problems, isn't it? 10, 11, 12, 13. In the same way, we have the opposite one. What? Bills payable and sundry creditors. So, from the sundry creditors, we can calculate the purchases, credit purchases. So, in the same way, we are going to do the other 4 problems. Okay, it will be easy for you, easy to understand only. Okay, students, thank you very much.